The first thing I would say to people is that porn is not real. It's superficial, it's fake. It should be a deep, deep connection with that other person. Get a real woman who loves you, and this will be out of this world. Be a gentleman. Hold doors open. Carry stuff for her. Who doesn't want to be treated with respect by a gentleman? Show her that you're a man of integrity. All those things that you did to get her and keep her, keep doing them.
What's your thoughts about, as our culture has got more sexualized and that kind of stuff? A lot of men, porn's been more readily available to men. Obviously, it's on social media, it's on your internet. It's readily available, 2 clicks away.
Right.
OnlyFans have blown up. They're making money. And it's all you're doing. It's all virtual, which sounds crazy. And how does it affect masculinity in general? What have you seen? I'm curious what you've noticed or seen in that area.
The first thing I would say to people is that porn is not real. All right, it's superficial. It's fake. That is not a representative of a proper man and woman relationship. My girlfriend and I tried watching once, and we laughed. We laughed because it was just fake and vapid, like we had discussed before. I also think it's desensitizing, and I think
desensitizing in which way?
In that, if you're a guy who's been watching porn and going to OnlyFans, and then you want to get into a relationship with someone, and you want it to go from 0 to that's not going to happen.
Right.
Right? Where are those steps where you get to know someone, right? And you have that connection of the mind and the soul and the heart before you have the physical connection.
And that's probably happening on both sides. Probably men don't understand this. Both the women are becoming desensitized and men are becoming desensitized in sex in general.
Right.
I would understand that, right? And so, as I understand, I think women are watching a lot of porn too nowadays, I believe. I heard that.
I don't have any evidence of that, but that's interesting.
I would assume so, since the fact that they've also become more masculine in their approach of how they relate to day-to-day stuff.
Right.
What other things do you think, other than becoming desensitized?
It's not a representation of the real world.
Right.
True sexual gratification does not happen by doing the things you see in pornography.
What is true sexual gratification as far as, in your view, as a man? How should it be looked at?
It's sacred, for one, and it's a connection thing. It should be a deep, deep connection with that other person that is felt within you both and is reciprocated. And I don't know, it's funny, I don't talk a lot about sex other than people in my close circle, because I feel that a lot of men talk about sex and joke about it and brag about it. And those are usually the guys that don't get it. And they're usually the guys that aren't getting it, right? The one who talks the loudest about their accomplishments or their conquests. And, oh, yeah, I did this and I did that and then I did this. Yeah, dude, that's not where it's at. Get a real woman who loves you, and this will be out of this world.
And how would you know a woman loves you?
That's a good question. You feel it. You know how I mentioned to you how you just connect with people who are like-minded?
Right.
When you find that person, you connect with them, they respect you. Sorry, I'm going to back up a bit here.
Yeah.
So, number one, be a gentleman. Hold doors open. Carry stuff for her. Be that man. I don't buy any of this stuff that I don't need my door open for me. I'm a capable woman. And my girlfriend, I open the door for her everywhere we go. No matter what, even if it's pouring rain outside, I will walk to her side Let her in before I get in. It's the right thing to do.
How long have you known your girlfriend for?
We've known each other for probably 13 years now.
And how long you dated for?
I'd say 6 years now.
Oh, wow. So you still open the door after 6 years, so it's still something that's important.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, keep on going. I'm just wanting
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
curious.
She's something else. But she's open to that. She likes it.
Do you think all women like it?
They're being told not to like it.
But down deep, they like it?
Of course they do.
Okay.
Who doesn't want to be treated with respect by a gentleman?
Right.
Right? Anyone who says they don't is lying to themselves. It's just little things. Chivalry.
Chivalry, yeah.
Chivalry is lost.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. So what would you give the 3 rules to a man in a relationship? What would they be?
Well, honesty is 100%.
Honesty with her, with you, with
Honesty
everybody?
with, again, just like when you want to talk to another man, and you want to bring both of you forward and upwards, you have to be honest with each other.
Yep.
You have to be honest with the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. 100%.
What other things?
And you have to, rule number 2, be a man. Do those things that I mentioned earlier. Be chivalrous. Stand up for her. Be protective. Be there for her, right? Women have a lot greater emotional need than men do. So fulfill that. And I guess it goes along with the honesty, but the integrity. Show her that you're a man of integrity. And make it part of your life in a way that is easily recognizable. Because when a woman sees a man whose integrity is intact, now by integrity I mean doing the right thing even when you think nobody's watching, right? However that may appear to you, act in integrity. Women love that. They will pick up on it.
Yeah.
Integrity at all cost.
Interesting. What do you suggest to men? Are they the caretakers of relationships, or is it men? And how do you create a long-lasting relationship? Knowing what you know today, would your first relationship have made it?
But I think that if any tip I can give to men is don't get complacent. All those things that you did to get her and keep her, keep doing them. It's, you know, I know we're talking about the masculine, but part of the masculine is showing how much you love someone and not being embarrassed to show it and
Have
say
fun with it. Yeah.
Like I said, just don't give up on those things that you used to woo her, because then you're being fraudulent.
Right.
You're using those things to lure someone in, and then you have no intention of being that person that they fell in love with for the rest of your lives. Yeah. If your relationship was way better back here, but now it's here, and you wish it was back there, there's something wrong.
Yes.
You need to make sure that your better is constantly better, and it's getting better.
Yeah.
Fighting and arguing is not wrong, and it's not bad. It's healthy for a relationship. It means that the couples are speaking what's on their mind, as long as you do it without being nasty and mean, right? People, you need to have debates and arguments and fights to evolve your relationship so someone is not holding stuff bottled up inside.
Who's responsible for keeping it from getting nasty, I mean?
You are.
You as who?
You yourself are responsible for
The man or the woman?
whoever, on both sides.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You just don't go there. Sometimes you go there. And if you do go there, in the midst of the heat of the moment fight, you go down that road, you damn well better call yourself on it the next day, or whenever it is you reconciliate, and you better acknowledge that you said things you didn't mean to say, and that you're sorry for saying them, and you realize how hurtful you were.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's very important. If you're nothing in life that's worth it is easy. Okay? And nothing in life that's easy is worth it. So if your relationship, you think you've got a good relationship because you have no waves, I'd say that you need to explore a little better your relationship.
Yeah. No, I'd like that part. You know, I've done it many times, and I think a lot of women don't allow men to fail.
Right.
We have to have moments of failure where we can show how we show up.
Right.
Again, we need to have moments of failure where we can come back and apologize.
Yes.
You gotta allow that for us, right? If it's in our family, if it's our children, don't intervene. Let us go all the way to failure.
Right.
Right? It gives us our opportunity to show up how we can apologize, how we can correct ourselves. Right? It's our moment to show up. Right? And
that
so,
we've realized that we messed up.
yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
Because there is no right or wrong, right? Everyone judges ourselves. We judge ourselves too harshly. Whatever you did or didn't do, it's not right or wrong. It just is, and it happened. But the fact that you realized you did it and you're owning up to it is important.
Yeah. There's one part that's interesting about the arguments. I actually have found, because a lot of women do argue, your girlfriend's a lawyer, so she might take arguments a little bit differently. But I find a lot of women argue in a sense, on an emotional sense. So I always caution men ever to argue with women on that sense, because a lot of times they're trying to express their feelings, right? And so I typically don't argue with women, because I allow them a moment to vent, even if it's about me, right? And I encourage them not to argue for that sake, and also for the sake that, you know, as a man, you're supposed to lead, right? And so if you allow her to argue for a bit and to complain, I don't say argue because it takes two to argue, but to complain to you, just take the beating for a bit.
Yeah.
Because you're the one that makes the last decision anyways. Allow her to vent. Allow her to beat up on you a bit, because she's trying to express her emotions, and quite often women don't do a great job of that. She'll be complaining about this, but it's actually this over here, right? And so maybe she's angry with you, but maybe down deep she's hurt, and you got to get back to that hurt part, right? Because all the rest she's saying is just, you know, venting, right? So I tried to avoid that for a large part, but if your girlfriend is a little more logical, then it's okay, you know.
You're absolutely correct. When that fuse is lit, and there's no better way to describe that, is when that fuse is lit, just take cover and take what's coming to you, right?
Yep.
Because in that moment, using logic and, you know,
arguing it out
is not going to work.
No.
Right? You have to wait till that calms down and then say, look, honey, this is where my mind, this is how I see it, and this is how these are the reasons why I acted the way I did, or I did what I did, or the way I see it. But in that moment, you're right.
Or even sometimes I just say, don't just take it in, give her a hug, and move on.
Sure.
Because you'll find out that she'll sit back and she'll think about it. She'll spend, like, women are always in their head, right? Yeah. She'll spend the rest of the day thinking about what she was saying, all that kind of stuff, and before long she'll be coming back to you and apologizing, trying to make it right with you. Yeah. And you just moved on as a man, right? If you want to beef out about it, call your buddy up and tell him how much, you know, she's being a little to you or whatever, right? And move on. She's not the person to vent back at. You know, go to your buddies and vent to them. Yeah. Right? She's not your vent, right? Take the heat from her, have your guys that you can share with, and move on, because she'll really respect that as a man, that you could take that heat, right?
I agree.
Yeah.